Hello, welcome to my channel, True Crime with KT. If you like what you see and hear today, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I've been sitting on the Suzanne Morphew case for a couple of weeks now, and I haven't released a new video because I've been waiting, and much of nothing has come out regarding the case. So I'm going to assume that most people don't know all the details, and we'll give you a few details and then maybe a couple of theories, although there's not really much to say about it right now. There's just not a lot of information. But some of you who are true crime case followers may know most of this, but we're going to go over it anyway. This case is Suzanne Morphew, who is a 49-year-old married woman with two daughters who are about college age. She's married to her husband, Barry Morphew. She came up missing on Mother's Day, Sunday, the May 10th, and she was living in Maysville, Colorado. Apparently, her daughters had tried to contact her that day, and when they couldn't reach her, they contacted a neighbor who contacted the police. Apparently, they had deduced that she had gone on a bike ride and had not returned. And apparently that was something that she did on a regular basis. She was a very fit person. She rode her bike and hiked in the mountains there in Colorado. Very outdoorsy type person. You can see in the photos that I have here that she was a very attractive woman. And so was her husband and her children. They're just a beautiful family. And they seem to be fairly well off, having properties in different states, and have gone on some nice vacations, as you can see in some of the photos here. Her husband said that he was out of town, that he was in Denver the day that she came up missing. And I will go into that a little bit more in a moment. But since she's come up missing, they've had tracking dogs, water rescue teams, mountain rescuers. And this is in Chaffee County in Colorado. They had found a personal item around Highway US 50, and they've gone up and down the highway, but they haven't released what the item is. But about 2 teams of officers, or 24 officers, questioned residents in the area. They've had 10 large-scale searches. The FBI and the Colorado Bureau of Investigation are both involved. Their home was searched, and other residential properties have been searched, and the family was allowed to go back into the home. Barry, her husband, runs a landscaping business, and he's also a firefighter. And I've read a couple of different reports, and one said that he said he was in Denver on some firefighting training that day. But according to the fire chief, they didn't have any kind of training in Denver that day. But he said that often some of the firefighters will go on their own individual training. But the fire chief also said that he thought Barry was away on some landscaping business he was doing. So I don't know about that. I've read 2 different reports, and I don't know what the husband actually said. I'm sure the police have been on top of that and have checked that out. Barry Morphew has offered a $100,000 reward for information leading to her safe return, which was matched by a family friend for a total of $200,000. Reportedly, the fire chief had said that he believes that Barry is an honest person, and multiple people have said that Barry Morphew believes that she was kidnapped. The fire chief also was quoted as saying that she was a friendly, helpful person, wouldn't hesitate to talk to anyone. Now, some theories that what could have happened. Going back on what the fire chief said about her being friendly and helpful and talking to anyone, and it seems like maybe a close-knit community there where people felt safe. And she's an attractive woman. I mean, did she have a secret admirer? Was she abducted as her husband seems to believe? Was she depressed? Her children weren't there on Mother's Day. I'm not sure where they were. Maybe they were off to college. Her husband was out of town, supposedly, allegedly. But I guess that law enforcement, would be looking into that. They didn't mention any kind of history of depression. I was just wondering if maybe she had just left. Has she been talking to someone else? Surely they've checked emails, and they would have an idea if she was seeing or talking to someone else. There would be a person of interest, I would think. Were there marital problems? No one has mentioned anything about any marital problems. And I'm sure law enforcement has checked into that. And maybe there's information that they're keeping secret for now, but, that's how they operate. Also, does Barry have any anger issues? Would he have a mistress? No one has come forward and said anything about him being all that angry or having someone special that he was spending time with. I did read one article that said some of his landscape workers had noticed that he had gotten very angry at someone about something. But I think we all have experienced something like that at least once in our lives. But apparently it stuck, whatever it was, that was still in the back of their minds. But I'm just wondering, with her friendliness, would she have been abducted? And I'm concerned about maybe the lie the husband had stated in some of the alleged reports that I've read. One saying that he was in Denver for fire training and another for landscaping. Which is it? I'm sure that law enforcement have had a conversation about that with him, and I guess that his explanation has satisfied them. They don't seem to be getting any more information right now. It just seems like things have just stopped. But they have said, the law enforcement office has said that they're continuing to follow this case and to take tips. So I will continue to follow it. I don't want this case to die down. I don't want it to just fade away. But my question is this: why Colorado again? Why do all of these cases, not all, but so many of these cases come out of Colorado? The school shootings, the Chris Watts situation, there's just a lot. And I don't know if maybe everyone's moving to Colorado now because of the marijuana laws. I know someone personally who moved there. I just don't understand what's going on. And in jest, I'm going to say, is it altitude sickness? Are they up too high? Are they not getting enough oxygen to their brains? Is their decision-making processes hampered? Is it all the legal weed that people are smoking? I'm being somewhat humorous here, which is a bit inappropriate, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Colorado. I think some special studies need to be done at this point. The tip line for this case is 719-312-7530. And we just hope that more information will be found out and that this lady will be located and that they will get good news. We keep the family in our thoughts and prayers. I'm going to attach at the end a short video of an interview that was done with Mr. Morphew, Barry Morphew. He has been quoted as saying that he didn't really like how the press were just killing him right now, I believe the words that he used. So he's not too fond of speaking with the media. But I just noticed in this video, the entire time he's talking almost, he's shaking his head no, which really didn't correspond to the subject in which he was referring to. that's just something of concern, in my opinion. If you have any theories or thoughts, please share them in the comments section. I always appreciate that.
Oh, Suzanne, if anyone is out there that can hear this, that has you, please, we'll do whatever it takes to bring you back. We love you, we miss you, your girls need you. No questions asked. However much they want, I will do whatever it takes to get you back. Honey, I love you, and I want you back so bad.